You're never getting, like, when Yoshi P said, that famous quote, "I will spare no expense." I was like, finally,
Oh, and I think that hurt him. I think that's hurt him so far in
yeah,
the long run because, like, okay, yeah, like if the graphics update wasn't the thing, and it's the thing for a lot of people. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, checks out Yoshi P, spare no expense. I'm feeling that now. But
yeah.
if you're somebody who's like, man, I wish there was way more mid-core content. I wish there was. I wish you had XP after level cap just for, I don't know, glamour purposes or just, non-power progression. Like all these little things that the mid-core players really kind of benefit from. Yeah, like that would be really nice. That'd be nice.
You
Well,
guys have played
that's where Crystalline Conflict comes in somewhat with
Oh,
the
dude,
factor
yes.
of where you still get rewards for getting experience, but you also get it in series milestones, and you get some good stuff. I mean, hell,
Yeah.
this series, level 25, you get the Oppressor as a mount,
That's awesome.
so you can drive around with one of the pieces of Alexander.
What's you guys have all played Elder Scrolls Online, right?
No.
A little bit. I've touched it.
Yeah, I just remove dungeons and give us delves. Like, put dungeons back into the open world. I'm tired of like instance content, and things being removed. A lot like dungeons are easy.
Yeah.
They don't add anything really to the game other than story. It's stop it. Like, I want, again, maybe it's because I'm getting older and I want that sandbox experience because it's just been not in the market for such a long time.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting because Throne and Liberty has a blending of that. It has open world dungeons that you can go into that, and the gear that you get to drop out of that is gear that you can put up on the marketplace, on the auction house. But you can also run instance versions of those dungeons, which has like matchmaking and stuff. So if you just want to kind of pop on and play, and then those items actually aren't eligible to be put up on the marketplace. So it feels like, if nothing else, like that's why I was like, I really hope some of these systems succeed, because the problem with MMOs and just being an MMO as a curse, is, yeah, they might have these really good ideas, but if people don't show up to support them, then there's, then other games aren't going to be like, oh, we should totally do that. We should totally bring back, this, that, or the other thing.
It's weird because I feel like sometimes ARPGs are more MMOs than MMOs at this point.
Yeah, we've seen more games kind of pick, adopt that term so much more.
Yeah, and MMOs have become a lot, like Diablo Lights, for example, feel a lot more MMO now than MMOs used to, and MMOs just feel like lobby games now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I queue in for my raid, I don't go and talk to people anymore. I remember like classic WoW, you'd go find a mage to go get your portal, and people would be selling them, or you'd have JDKPs. All of that's gone now.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
well, that's built in. That's built in inconvenience, which then, as the player, like the lobby player wants, like, I want to be the be all end all. I don't need anybody else. Single player experience, and you get those people. You need those people from a monetization perspective because they represent more players than somebody who's like, oh, I'm gonna just kind of, because I'm just gonna make a life out of this one game. And so it's just the niche within the niche. And I think with the rising cost of video games, we're seeing this across the board. And it's one of the reasons why you're seeing, more games go multi-plat than have ever, gone before, is to
I think it's also
pick
a
them up
reason
as much
why
as possible.
I think you're also seeing try again. That's another. I think that's another reason why we're seeing a lot more free-to-play games coming out.
Yeah, because it has the it removes that barrier,
and it removes the barrier,
and it also removes the barrier on the maximum amount that they can make. My hope though is that something with like Game Pass and PS Plus is that those become kind of the support system for what used to be the subscription-based MMO. I think essentially when you just look at it from a dollar per dollar perspective, mass market, not individual who's fine with subscribing to one game, but mass market, if you're like, oh, if you have Game Pass or if you have PS Plus, we're just gonna let you in to Final Fantasy. We're just going to let you into World of Warcraft. We're going to bake that in. And that's the biggest mistake that Microsoft, I think, has made with Game Pass and their recent kind of announcements, is that with the Ultimate, yes, it went up in price. They should have just said, hey, with Ultimate, we're going to go up to $25. We're going to add in WoW subscription. We're going to add in premium ESO. We're going to do these kind of things, because I think that would essentially like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to pay, like I get access to more, all of that, and then obviously I think with their standard
the
version, they're
issue
just confusing
people have with, I mean, people will always have issue with price increases if they don't feel like they get more
value,
value for the price with the price increase.
Right.
Game Pass for me, and I'm not sure if you've seen me, is like, for me, Game Pass doesn't compete with a Steam Summer Sale. Like,
I was actually thinking that. I was gonna say, how can Game Pass and PS Plus compete with Steam?
Yeah, they
this
can't.
is the problem.
It's a
Varen?
non-compete.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm back.
Welcome
They
back.
fixed the Visa issue.
85 Viper.
Yeah, buddy. Got the
correct,
Visa issue.
86.
Nice, dude.
Not the Visa issue. No, I got my PayPal.
Oh,
And
PayPal. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the PayPal thing, and I've been playing the game kind of off and on when work has permitted me to from Monday.